The Country Wife. Prologue before Act 1. Poets, like cudgelled bullies, never do, at first or second blow submit to you, but will provoke you still, and ne'er have done, till you are weary first with laying on. The late so baffled scribbler of this day, though he stand trembling, bids me boldly say, what we before most plays are used to do, for poets out of fear first draw on you. In a fierce prologue, the still pit defy, and ere you speak like Castril, give the lie. But though our bay's battles oft I've fought, and with bruised knuckles their dear conquests caught, nay, never yet feared odds upon the stage. In prologue dare not hector with the age, but would take quarter from your saving hands, no bays within or yielding countermands, says, you confederate wits no quarter give, therefore his play shan't ask your leave to live. Well, let the vain rash fop by heart, so think to obtain the better terms of you. But we, the actors, humbly will submit, now and at any time. Nay, often we anticipate your rage, and murder poets for you on our stage. We set no guards upon our tiring, but when with dying colours there you come, we patiently, you see, give up to you our poets, virgins, nay, our matrons too. Act 1. Scene 1. Horner's lodging. Enter Horner and Quack following him at a distance.
A Quack is as fit for a pimp as a midwife for a board. They are still but in their way both helpers of nature. Well, my dear doctor, hast thou done what I desired?
I have undone you forever with the women, and reported you throughout the whole town as bad as an eunuch, with as much trouble as if I had made you one in earnest.
Ah, but have you told all the midwives, you know, the orange wenches at the playhouses, the city husbands, and the old, apologies there, and the city husbands and old fumbling keepers of this end of the town, for they'll be the readiest to report it.
I have told all the chambermaids, waiting women, tire women, and old women of my acquaintance, nay, and whispered it as to them, and to the whisperers of Whitehall, so that you need not doubt 'twill spread, and you are as odious to the handsome young women as
the smallpox, well,
and to the married women of this end of the town
as the great one, nay, as their own husbands,
and to the city dames as Aniseed Robin of filthy and contemptible memory, and they will frighten their children with your name, especially the females.
And cry, Horner's coming to carry you away. I am only afraid 'twill not be believed. You told him it was by an English-French disaster and an English-French chirurgeon who has given me at once not only a cure, but an antidote for the future against the damned malady, and that worst distemper love, and all the other women's evils.
Your late journey into France has made them more credible, and your being here a fortnight before you appeared in public looks as if you apprehended the shame, which I wonder you do not. Well, I have been hired by young gallants to belie you. If you were the first would be thought of fit for women.
Dear Mr. Doctor, let vain rogues be contended only to be thought abler men than they are. Generally, 'tis all the pleasure they have, but mine lies another way.
You take, methinks, a very preposterous way to it, and as ridiculous as we operators in physic should put forth bills to disparage our medicaments, with hopes to gain customers.
Doctor, there are quacks in love as well as physic, who get but the fewer and worse patients for their boasting. A good name is seldom got by giving it oneself, and women, no more than honour, are compassed by bragging. Come, doctor, the wisest lawyer never discovers the merits of his cause till the trial. The wealthiest man conceals his riches, and the cunning gamester his play. Shy husbands and keepers, like old rooks, are not to be cheated by a new unpractised trick. False friendship will pass now, no more. Then false dice upon them? No, not in the city.
Enter boy. There are 2 ladies and a gentleman coming up.
Pox. Some unbelieving sisters of my former acquaintance who, I'm afraid, expect their sense should be satisfied of the falsity of the report. No, this formal fool and women.
Enter Sir Jaspar Fidget, Lady Fidget, and Mrs. Dainty Fidget, his wife and sister.
My coach breaking just now before your door, sir. I look upon as an occasional reprimand to me, sir, for not kissing your hands, sir, since you're coming out of France, sir. And so my disaster, sir, has been my good fortune, sir. And this is my wife and sister, sir.
What then, sir?
My lady and sister, sir. Wife, this is Master Horner.
Master Horner, husband?
My lady Fidget, sir.
So, sir.
Won't you be acquainted with her, sir? So the report is true, I find, by his coldness or aversion to the sex, but I'll play the wag with him. Pray salute my wife, my lady, sir.
Oh, I will kiss no man's wife, sir. For him, sir, I have taken my eternal leave, sir, of the sex already, sir.
Ha ha ha, I'll plague him yet. Not know my wife, sir?
I do know your wife, sir. She's a woman, sir, and consequently a monster, sir. A greatest monster than a husband, sir.
A husband? How, sir?
So, sir, but I make no more cuckolds, sir.
Ha ha ha, Mercury.
Pray, Sir Jaspar, let us be gone from this rude fellow.
Who by his breeding would think he had ever been in France?
But he's too much a French fellow, such as hate women of quality and virtue, for their love to their husbands. Sir Jaspar, a woman is hated by him as much for loving her husband as for loving their money. But pray, let's be gone.
You do well, madam, for I have nothing that you come for. I have brought over not so much as a bawdy picture, no new postures, nor the second part of the École de Filet, nor...
Hold for shame, sir. What do you mean? You'll ruin yourself forever with the sex.
Ha ha ha, he hates women perfectly, I find.
What a pity it is he should.
Aye, he is a base fellow for't, but affectation makes not a woman more odious to them than virtue.
Because your virtue is your greatest affectation, madam.
How, you saucy fellow? How would you wrong my honour?
If I could.
How do ye mean, sir?
Ha ha, no, he can't wrong your ladyship's honour upon my honour. He, poor man, hark you in your ear, a mere eunuch.
Oh, filthy French beast! Faugh! Faugh! Why do we stay? Let's be gone. I can't endure the sight of him.
Stay but till the chairs come. They'll be here presently.
No.
Nor can I stay longer. 'Tis, let me see, a quarter and half-quarter of minute past 11. The council will be sat. I must away. Business must be preferred always before love and ceremony with the wise, Mr. Horner.
And the impotent, Sir Jaspar.
The impotent, Master Horner. Ha ha ha.
What? Leave us with a filthy man, alone, in his lodgings?
He's an innocent man now, you know. Pray stay, I'll hasten the chairs to you. Mr. Horner, your servant. I should be glad to see you at my house. Pray come and dine with me, and play at cards with my wife after dinner. You are fit for women at that game yet. 'Tis as much a husband's prudence to provide innocent diversion for a wife as to hinder her unlawful pleasures, and he had better employ her than let her employ herself. Farewell.
Your servant, Sir Jaspar.
Exit, Sir Jaspar.
I will not stay with him. Oh,
Hey, madam, I beseech you stay, if it but to see I can be as civil to ladies as they would desire.
no. You cannot be civil to ladies.
You, as civil as ladies would desire?
No. Oh!
Exit Lady Fidget and Mrs. Dainty Fidget. Now, I think I, or you yourself rather, have done your business with the women.
Thou art an ass. Don't you see already upon the report and my carriage, this grave man of business leaves his wife in my lodgings, invites me to his house, and wife, who before would not be acquainted with me out of jealousy?
Nay, by this means you may be the more acquainted with the husbands, but the less with the wives.
Let me alone. If I can but abuse the husbands, I'll soon disabuse the wives. Stay, I'll reckon you up the advantages I am like to have by my stratagem. First, I shall be rid of my old acquaintances, the most insatiable sort of duns that invade our lodgings in the morning, and next to the pleasure of making a new mistress is that of being rid of an old one. And of all old debts, love, when it comes to be so, is paid them most unwillingly.
Well, you may be rid of your old acquaintances, but how will you get any new ones?
doctor, thou wilt never make a good chemist. Thou art so incredulous and impatient. Ask but all the young fellows of the town if they do not lose more time, like huntsmen, in starting the game than in running it down. One knows not where to find them, who will or will not. Women of quality are so civil you can hardly distinguish love from good breeding, and a man is often mistaken. But now I can be sure she that shows an aversion to me loves the sport, as those women that are gone, whom I warrant to be right. And then the next thing is, your women of honour, as you call them, are only chary of their reputations, not their persons, and 'tis scandal they would avoid, not men. Now, may I have, by the reputation of a eunuch, the privileges of one, and be seen in a lady's chamber in the morning as early as her husband, kiss virgins before their parents or lovers, and may be, in short, the passapartout of the town. Now, doctor.
Nay, now you shall be the doctor. And your process is so new that we do not know, but it may succeed.
Not so new either. Probatum est, doctor.
Well, I wish you luck and many patience whilst I go to mine. Doctor exits. Enter Harcourt and Dorilant.
Come, your appearance at the play yesterday has, I hope, hardened you for the future against the women's contempt and the men's raillery. And now you're abroad as you were wont.
Did I not bear it bravely?
With a most theatrical impudence, nay, more than the orange wench who show there, or a drunken vizard mask, or a great-bellied actress, nay, or the most impudent of creatures, an ill poet, or what is yet more impudent, a second-hand critic.
But what say the ladies? Have they no pity?
What ladies? The vizard masks, you know, never pity a man when all's gone, though in their service.
And for the women in the boxes, you'd never pity them when 'twas in your power.
They say 'tis pity, but all that deal with common women should be served so.
Nay, I dare swear they won't admit you to play at cards with them, go to plays with them, or do the little duties which other shadows of men are wont to do for them.
What do you call shadows of men?
Half men.
What? Boys?
Aye, your old boys, old beaux garçons, who, like superannuated stallions, are suffered to run, feed, and pinny with the mares as long as they live, though they can do nothing else.
Well, a pox on love and wenching. Women serve but to keep a man from better company. Though I can't enjoy them, I shall you the more. Good fellowship and friendship are lasting, rational and manly pleasures.
For all that, give me some of those pleasures you call effeminate, too. They help to relish one another.
They disturb one another.
No. Mistresses are like books. If you pour upon them too much, they doze you and make you unfit for company. But if used discreetly, you are the fitter for conversation by 'em.
A mistress should be like a little country retreat near the town, not to dwell in constantly, but only for a night and away, to taste the town the better when a man returns.
I tell you, it is as hard to be a good fellow, a good friend, and a lover of women as 'tis to be a good fellow, a good friend, and a lover of money. You cannot follow both, then choose your side. Wine gives you liberty, love takes it away.
God, he's in the right on it.
Wine gives you joy, love, grief and tortures, besides surgeons. Wine makes us witty, love only sots. Wine makes us sleep, love breaks it.
By the world, he has reason, Harcourt.
Wine makes...
Wine makes us princes. Love makes us beggars, poor rogues, God. And wine...
So there's one converted. No, love and wine, oil and vinegar.
I grant it. Love will still be uppermost.
Come, for my part, I will only have these glorious manly pleasures of being very drunk and very slovenly.
Enter boy. Mr. Sparkish is below, sir. Exit.
What, my dear friend? A rogue that is fond of me only, I think, for abusing him.
No, he can no more think the men laugh at him than that women jilt him. His opinion of himself is so good.
Well, there's another pleasure by drinking I thought not of. I shall lose his acquaintance because he cannot drink, and you know, 'tis a very hard thing to be rid of him. for he's one of those nauseous offers of wits who, like the worst fiddlers, run themselves into all companies.
One that, by being in the company of men in sense, would pass for one.
And may so to the short-sighted world, as a false jewel amongst true ones is not discerned at a safe distance. His company is as troublesome to us as a cockle's when you have a mind to his wives.
No, the rogue will not let us enjoy one another, but ravishes our conversation. Though he signifies no more than Sir Martin Marshall's gaping and awkward thrumming upon the lute does to his man's voice and music.
And to pass for a wit in town shows himself a fool every night to us that are guilty of the plot.
Such wits as he are to a company of reasonable men, like rooks to the gamesters, who only fill a room at the table, but are so far from contributing to the play that they only serve to spoil the fancy of those that do.
Nay, they are used like rooks too, snubbed, checked, and abused. Yet the rogues will hang on.
A pox on them, and all that forced nature, and would be still that she forbids them. Affection is her greatest monster.
Most men are the contraries to that than they would seem. Your bully, you see, is a coward with a long sword. The little humbly fawning physician, with his ebony cane, is he that destroys men.
The usurer, a poor rogue, possessed of mouldy bonds and mortgages, and we they call spendthrifts, are only wealthy, who lay out his money upon daily new purchases of pleasure.
Aye, your antest cheat is your trustee or executor, your jealous man the greatest cuckold, your churchman the greatest atheist, and your noisy pert rogue of a wit the greatest fop, dullest ass, and worse company as you shall see. Oh, for here he comes.
Enter Sparkish.
Howist, Spark, howist? Well, faith, Harry, I must rally thee a little. Upon the report in town of thee. I can hold your faith. Shall I speak?
Yes, but you'll be so bitter then.
Honest Dick and Frank here shall answer for me. I will not be extreme bitter by the universe.
We will be bound in a £10,000 bond. He shall not be bitter at all.
No sharp, no sweet.
What, not downright insipid?
Nay, then, since you are so brisk and provoke me, take what follows. You must know, I was discoursing and rallying with some ladies yesterday, and they happened to talk of the fine new signs in town.
Very fine ladies, I believe.
Said I know where the best new sign is. Where? Says one of the ladies. In Covent Garden, I replied. Said another, in what street? In Russell Street, answered I. Lord, says another, I'm sure there was never a fine new sign there yesterday. Yes, but there was, said I again, and it came out of France and has been there a fortnight.
Pox, I can hear no more, privy.
No, hear him out. Let him tune his crowd a while.
The worst music, the greatest preparation.
Nay, faith, I'll make you laugh. It cannot be, says the third lady. Yes, yes, quoth I again. Says a fourth lady.
Look to it, we'll have no more ladies.
No, then mark now, said I to the fourth. Did you never see Mr. Horner? He lodges in Russell Street, and he's a sign of a man, you know, since he came from France.
What the devil take me if thine be the sign of a jest.
With that, they all fell a-laughing till they bepissed themselves. What? But does it not move you, methinks? Well, I see one had as good go to law without a witness as break a jest without laughter on one side. Come, Sparks, but where do we dine? I have left at Whitehall on Earl to dine with you.
Why, I thought thou hadst loved a man with a title better than a suit with a French trimming to it.
Go to him again?
No, sir, a wit to me is the greatest title in the world.
But go, dine with your Earl, sir. He may be exception. We are your friends, and we will not take it ill to be left, I do assure you.
Nay, faith, he shall go to him.
Nay, pray, gentlemen.
We'll thrust you out if you won't. What, disappoint anybody for us?
Nay, dear gentlemen, hear me.
No, no, sir, by no means. Pray, go, sir.
Why, dear Rose!
No.
They all thrust him out of the room. Re-enter Sparkish.
But Sparks, pray, hear me. What do you think? I'll eat then with gay shallow fops and silent coxcombs. I think wit as necessary at dinner as a glass of good wine. And that's the reason I never have any stomach when I eat alone. Come, but where do we dine?
Even where you will.
At Chateline's?
Yes, if you will.
Or at the Cock?
Yes, if you please.
Or at the Dog and Partridge?
Aye, if you have a mind to it, for we shall dine at neither.
Pshaw! With your fooling, we shall lose the new play, and I would no more miss seeing a new play the first day than I would miss sitting in the Wit's Row. Therefore, I'll go fetch my mistress and away.
Sparks exits. Enter Pinchwife.
Who have we here, Pinchwife?
Gentlemen, your humble servant.
Well, Jack, by thy long absence from the town, under the grumness of thy countenance and the slovenliness of thy habits, I should give thee joy, should I not, of marriage?
F. Does he know I'm married too? I thought to have concealed it from him at least. My long stay in the country will excuse my dress, and I've a suit of law that brings me up to town that puts me out of humour. Besides, I must give Sparkish tomorrow £5,000 to lie with my sister.
Nay, you country gentleman, rather than not purchase will buy anything, and he is a cracked title if we may quibble. Well, but am I to give thee joy? I heard thou wert married.
What then?
Why, the next thing is to be heard is thou art a cuckold.
Insupportable name.
But I do not expect marriage from such a whoremaster as you, one that knew the town so much and women so well.
Why, I have married no London wife.
Oh, for sure, that's all one. That grave circumspection in marrying a country wife is like refusing a deceitful, pampered Smithfield Jade to go and be cheated by a friend in the country.
Pox on him and his simile. At least we are a little sure of the breed there. Know what her keeping has been, whether foiled or unsound.
Come. I have known a clap gotten in Wales, and there are cousins, justices, clerks, and chaplains in the country. I won't say coachmen, but she's handsome and young.
I'll answer as I should do. No, she has no beauty but her youth, no attraction but her modesty, wholesome, homely, and huswifely. That's all.
He talks as like a grazier as he looked.
She's too awkward, ill-favoured, and silly to bring to town.
Well, then methinks you should bring her to be taught breeding.
To be taught? No, sir, I thank you. Good wives and private soldiers should be ignorant. I'll keep her from your instructions, I warrant you.
The rogue is as jealous as if his wife were not ignorant.
Why, if she be ill-favoured, there'll be less danger here for you than by leaving her in the country. Oh, we have such variety of dainties that we are seldom hungry.
But they have always coarse, constant, swinging stomachs in the country.
Foul feeders indeed.
And your hospitality is great there.
Open house. Every man's welcome.
So, gentlemen.
But prithee, why shouldst thou marry her? If she be ugly, ill-bred, and silly, she must be rich then.
As rich as if she brought me £20,000 out of this town, for she'll be as sure not to spend her moderate portion, as a London baggage would be to spend hers. Let it be what it should, so it is all one. Then, because she's ugly, she's the likelier to be my own, and being ill-bred, she'll hate conversation. Since silly and innocent will not know the difference betwixt a man of 21 and one of 40.
9, to my knowledge. But if she be silly, she'll expect as much from a man of 49 as from him of 21. But methinks wit is more necessary than beauty, and I think no young woman ugly than that has it, and no handsome woman agreeable without it.
'Tis my maxim. He's a fool that marries, but he's a greater that does not marry a fool. What is wit in a wife good for but to make a man a cuckold?
Yes, to keep it from his knowledge.
A fool cannot contrive to make her husband a cuckold.
No, but she'll club with a man that can, and what is worse, if she cannot make her husband a cuckold, she'll make him jealous and pass for one, and then 'tis all one.
Well, I'll take care for one. My wife shall make me no cuckold, for she had your help, Mr. Horner. I understand the town, sir.
His help?
He's newly come to town, it seems, and has not heard how things are with him.
But tell me, has marriage cured the abhorring, which it seldom does?
'Tis more than age can do.
No, the word is, I'll marry and live honest. But a marriage vow is like a penitent gamester's oath, and entering into bonds and penalties to stint himself to such a particular small sum at play for the future, which makes him but the more eager, and not being able to hold out, loses his money again, and is forfeit to boot.
Aye, a gamester will be a gamester whilst his money lasts, and a whoremaster whilst he is bigger.
Nay, I have known 'em, when they are broke and can lose no more, keep a fumbling with the box in their hands to fool with only, and hinder other gamesters.
That had wherewithal to make lusty stakes.
Well, gentlemen, you may laugh at me, but you shall never lie with my wife. I know the town.
But privy, was not the way you were in better? Is not keeping better than marriage?
Pox on't. The Jades would jilt me. I could never keep a whore to myself.
So, then you only married to keep a whore to yourself? Well, but let me tell you, women, as you say, are like soldiers, made constant and loyal by good pay rather than by oaths and covenants. Therefore, I'd advise my friends to keep rather than marry, since too, I find, by your example, it does not serve one's turn. For I saw you yesterday in the 8-penny place with a pretty country wench.
The devil! Did he see my wife then? I sat there that she might not be seen. But she shall never go to a play again.
What, does thou blush at 49 for having been seen with a wench?
No, faith, I warrant 'twas his wife, which he seated there out of sight, for he's a cunning rogue and understands the town.
He blushes, then 'twas his wife, for men are now more ashamed to be seen with them in public than with a wench.
Hell and damnation. I'm undone, since Horner has seen her, and they know what 'twas she.
But prithee, was it thy wife? She was exceeding pretty. I was in love with her at that distance.
You are like never to be nearer to her. Your servant, gentlemen.
Hey, stay, prithee, stay.
I cannot. I will not.
Come, you shall dine with us.
I've dined already.
Come, I know thou hast not. I'll treat thee, dear rogue. Thou shalt spend none of thy Hampshire money today.
Treat me? Sir, he uses me already like his cuckold.
Nay, you shall not go.
I must. I have business at home.
Pinchwife exits.
To beat his wife, he's as jealous of her as a cheapside husband of a Covent Garden wife.
Why, 'tis as hard to find an old whoremaster without jealousy and the gout, as a young one without fear or the pox. As gout in age from pox in youth proceeds, so wenching past, then jealousy succeeds, the worst disease that love and wenching breeds.
Exit.